Okay. Yeah.
Don't use if you're allergic to Dupixent. Serious allergic reactions can occur, including anaphylaxis, which is severe. Tell your doctor about new or worsening eye problems, such as eye pain or vision changes or a parasitic infection. If you take asthma medicines, don't change or stop them without talking to your doctor. Talk to your doctor about Dupixent.
Join us tomorrow for my new interviews with the cast of Eternals. That's going to be great.
Plus, our exclusive with TV legend and NCIS LA's new boss, Gerald McRaney.
I don't think I've had this much fun working on a series since Simon & Simon. That was 8 years of stealing money, and I'm looking forward to doing it again.
Not 8 years of stealing money. I love it. All right, by the way, you may have noticed that we are all wearing purple today. It is in honor of Spirit Day.
Happening now. City Council approving new appointments to the city's 2 utility boards today, but only after a lengthy discussion over whether this is the best way to do it.
And I'm tracking some tropical development in the Pacific. Will that bring us some rainfall? We'll talk about that in a bit.
Before you start chopping onions for dinner tonight, you're going to want to know where they're from. Coming up, why the CDC is warning folks to throw some onions out. The news at 5 starts right now.
SAWS and CPS Energy getting some more scrutiny today, this time through board appointments.
City Council confirmed 2 new trustees to the boards of its city-owned utilities today, but only after lengthy discussions about the process.
Garrett Berger tells us what made the discussion last so long that it put a hold on their decision.
Nobody deserves this.
2 appointees had an extended time in the hot seat today, as council members' discussion revolved largely around the process into choosing these particular appointees. Public Relations Executive and Port SA Board member Mary Lou Reyna for the SAWS Board and UTSA Department Chair Francine Romero for CPS Energy's board. The appointments follow 2 different paths. SAWS appointees are selected by the 5 council members on the governance committee. One of those members, D9's John Courage, said the committee's choice is just a recommendation to the full council. He had liked a different candidate, so he pushed a delay.
And that the full council have an opportunity to interview all of the candidates, and I believe then we will have a much better decision from the city council.
New CPS Energy trustees, on the other hand, are chosen by the existing trustees and sent to council for confirmation. District 2's Jalen McKee Rodriguez wanted to delay so there'd be a chance for community members to weigh in.
I'd like to think that every council person weighs public input. I truly want to believe that.
District 1 Councilman Mario Bravo was part of both attempts to delay the confirmations. He told KSAT afterwards he doesn't like just having an up or down vote.
I don't like someone choosing for us who our nominee is going to be, specifically with the SAWS appointee.
Both attempts to delay failed, though, and ultimately both trustees were confirmed. Reyna's term begins immediately, while Romero will start by February. Garrett Berger, KSAT 12 News.
With CPS Energy CEO Paula Gold-Williams retiring, the utility company will need someone new to take the helm. But how they'll go about choosing that person isn't clear. When KSAT asked today about how the selection process would work, CPS Board Chairman Willis Mackey said he didn't have the details yet. Mackey, who was quoted in the news release about her retirement, said the board had been surprised that Gold-Williams was stepping down.
I didn't know anything about it. Just found out yesterday, like a few minutes before y'all did. So we'll know more about money.
Mackey says the board would get a briefing from an attorney about the replacement process at a meeting scheduled for Monday.
New at 5, we now know the name of a man who was killed while crossing a Northwest Side street on Tuesday night. He is 45-year-old Pablo Martinez, according to the Bexar County Medical Examiner. San Antonio police say he died after he was hit by a driver on Bandera Road near West Broadview Drive. They say he wasn't using the crosswalk, and by the time the driver saw him, it was too late. Martinez died at the hospital. At last check, that driver is not facing charges.
We have new video of that Long John Silver's that was on fire this morning and torn down this afternoon. This happened over at Southwest Military across from South Park Mall. The building was vacant when the fire broke out just after 10:30 a.m. Here's video from earlier today When fire crews arrived on scene, heavy smoke and fire could be seen. They started out with a defensive attack, but quickly had to move to an aerial attack, focusing on the roof. Fire crews are very familiar with this location because it's actually the second time this month they were called to that exact Long John Silver for a fire. A trend fire officials say has been happening in that area.
There have been a number of fires recently in this part of town, 8 or 9 to be exact, that were in vacant buildings. Having discussed it with our arson investigators, they don't appear to be related, but all suspicious in nature, so they are all currently under investigation.
SAFD believes people who may be homeless started the fire. No injuries were reported.
Now what? That's what many of you are thinking after the FDA said yes to 2 things. 1, using the Moderna and Johnson & Johnson vaccines as boosters. And 2, mixing the boosters. The second part is important because now all 3 COVID vaccines can be used as boosters. You just have to wait 6 months after you were fully immunized to get your next dose. The thing is, we have to wait for the Centers for Disease Control, too. The CDC has to release its guidelines before we can get the Moderna or J&J boosters. Still, experts in the medical field say that this is a big step forward.
The FDA has said that it is safe for you to select whatever booster is available to you. So I just think that makes the process a lot more simple.
It's very important to get it as soon as they feasibly can, as soon as they're eligible for it, because there is a possibility, very likely possibility, we might see another bump, hopefully not as big as the last surges, but a bump in COVID cases again.
Coming up at 6, our Stefania Jimenez is going to walk you through the process so you can get your 3rd dose. And a reminder this week, the KSAT Explains team is focusing on research happening right now at Texas Biomed. They're going to speak directly from some of the scientists about the incredible biomedical breakthroughs and how it could help us battle future viruses and diseases. You can watch the all-new episode. It's right now on KSAT TV's app, as well as any way you stream.
The Bexar County Medical Examiner's Office still working to identify a man shot and killed during a drunken argument on the west side. The shooting happened at a home on Meadow Fire near Culebra and Timberview. Police say the shooter claims he was being attacked by his roommate's friend who was drunk and that he fired a warning shot before shooting the man. That man was then found dead by the police. It's unclear if the shooter will face any charges.
He stabbed a stranger because it made him feel good. The suspect told BC Esto that while he was being taken into custody in connection with the stabbing from Tuesday night, 23-year-old Aldo Martinez charged with aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. According to BCSO, the victim was stabbed on Hidden Terrace. That's near Marbach Road and Loop 1604. The victim expected to make a full recovery.
A woman is okay after her house caught fire last night on the northwest side. Flames broke out around 10 p.m. at the home off Springleaf Drive, not far from Babcock and Prue Road. The woman told fire crews she woke up to the smell of smoke shortly after she noticed it was coming from her bathroom and she saw fire. She made it out safely and no one else was hurt. The cause is unknown.
Today, a mixture of sun and clouds, and we're starting to clear out a little bit right now. We do have more high clouds streaming in from the west, just like we had yesterday evening from some thunderstorms in Mexico and even West Texas. But around here, we've got the sunshine, no rain falling from our clouds that are lingering. 63 earlier this morning. So far, high temperature today, 84 degrees. That's current reading in Del Rio. 87, however, Santa Maria. 85 in Seguin. These numbers are a little bit higher than what we had yesterday, and overall temperatures are on the rise. Lavernia, 83, and Windcrest now at 82 degrees. As we go through the evening, temperatures gradually falling. With the humidity in place, we don't see a quick drop off in temperatures. So by 10 o'clock, still in the lower 70s, midnight upper 60s, and more fog developing toward dawn tomorrow. We have some rain chances to talk about. A system in the Pacific we're tracking, and even our next cold front. I'll talk about all that in just a bit.
Thank you so much, Adam. And this is a story that we have been watching all week long. Late breaking news as we came on the air just a few minutes ago. We now know the remains found Wednesday during a search for Brian Laundrie have been confirmed to be his. This comes from the FBI.
The skeletal remains were found in a nature park that's been in the center of the search for Laundrie. He was the sole person of interest in connection with the death of Cappy Petito.
Of course, we're continuing to follow this developing story, and I'm sure they will have more on this next on World News Tonight.
Guadalupe County is seeing some of the fastest growth in the San Antonio region, and the nature of that growth is changing.
Our Samuel King joins us now. So, Samuel, things are shifting to State Highway 46 corridor.
That's right, JP and Ursula. That's the area between New Braunfels and Seguin. County leaders are trying to figure out how best to handle that growth. New developments are seemingly sprouting up every day. Guadalupe County grew by more than 30% over the past decade, according to the 2020 census, and that growth shows no signs of slowing down. County judge says leaders are struggling to keep up.
County roads were built to handle 200, 400, 500, 600 people a day in a lot of areas, and we're seeing up to 10,000 vehicles a day on county roads already that weren't built to handle that.
And Kutcher says it's important for the area to think regionally when it comes to projects. Coming up at 6, while he says the county needs to get out of its comfort zone when it comes to handling growth. As for the evening commute, taking a look at things, this is 35 and Eisenhower. We had a quick update there, so I was updating that as soon as we were coming on the air, so we'll get to that in just a second. But this is a look at Guadalupe County. Things looking fine in Seguin. Some delays on 35 south of New Braunfels, as always. Have a report of a crash here on Highway 90, so we're starting to see some delays westbound, 16 minutes between I-35 and 1604, so keep an eye on that this evening. John Paul, Ursula, over to you.
Thanks, Sam. President Joe Biden is ramping up pressure on Democrats to reach a compromise on his Build Back Better agenda, but a deal is far from done. Sources say the president is offering concessions on his signature spending package to try and get all Democrats on board by the end of next week. He's suggesting dropping the price tag from $3.5 trillion to just under $2 trillion. Paid family leave could be cut to 4 weeks from 12, and the $300 monthly child tax credit may only be extended by 1 year. Sources add the White House is also reconsidering its options for how to pay for the plan after getting pushback on corporate tax hikes.
This has been declared dead on arrival from the moment I introduced it. But I think we're going to surprise them, because I think people are beginning to figure out what's at stake. The cost of the Build Back Better bill in terms of adding to the deficit is zero.
Now, to get there, the president has also suggested dropping tuition-free community college. The pressure is on President Biden to get a legislative win before he departs for Europe at the end of next week for the G7 meeting and International Climate Summit. And there's a large salmonella outbreak, but this time it's not linked to romaine lettuce, but actually onions. We'll tell you what you need to check for next.
KSAT 12 presents another Day of the Dead story. Building the Ofrenda. Brought to you by Toyota.
Building an ofrenda is an important Day of the Dead tradition. These altars have many pieces and parts, and they each have a specific purpose. The colorful skulls found on many ofrendas are called sugar skulls. These days, they may not be made out of sugar, but in the beginning they were. The art of molding granulated sugar and meringue was brought to Mexico by the missionaries. With sugar in abundance, it became a popular art supply in colonial times. So the first sugar skulls were not candy, they were decorative. So why a sugar skull? They symbolize many things, one being the sweetness of life. Originally placed on graves, the rain and wind would eventually wash them away. So they're also used to remind us of our mortality. To honor their loved one, people usually write the name of the departed on the sugar skull's forehead. It's a sweet thing to do.
Cool. As you prepare dinner tonight, check your onions. The Center for Disease Control is warning people to throw out fresh onions if you don't know where they're from. As 12 on your side's Marilyn Moritz reports, certain onions imported from Mexico are linked to a large salmonella outbreak.
Fresh raw onions, white, yellow, and red. The CDC warns if they're not labeled and you don't know where they're from, don't buy them. Don't eat them. They're investigating mysterious salmonella outbreak that so far has made more than 650 people sick and hospitalized 129 across 37 states, including Texas. No deaths have been reported. The CDC traced the outbreak to onions imported from Chihuahua, Mexico, and distributed by ProSource of Idaho. ProSource has recalled onions with import dates between July 1st and August 27th. They may or may not have stickers. The onions were sold nationwide to restaurants and grocery stores. We contacted H-E-B, and they tell us they are not impacted by this recall. Onions are a staple in cooking. So does cooking kill the bacteria?
They are safe if they're cooked, but the problem is that when they are raw prior to cooking, they could have salmonella on them, and you can cross-contaminate your kitchen utensils, surfaces, your hands.
Symptoms of salmonella poisoning include diarrhea, vomiting, and fever. The CDC and FDA continue to investigate whether other onions may be involved. In the meantime, when in doubt, throw it out. Marilyn Moritz, KSAT 12 News.
Looking outside with live cam, very pleasant day out there. Look at that, and only 82 degrees.
Well, it looks like the sun's breaking through a little bit. I think it was a little cloudy earlier in the day.
It was.
I was going to say, you noticed, John Paul, yeah, it was fairly cloudy, at least here in Bexar County and a good portion of San Antonio in the middle part of the day, but we're starting to clear out for now. The humidity, it's in place, and it's going to stay in place until next Wednesday. There is in sight. So if you like the lack of humidity, by the middle of next week, you'll notice some changes. Temperatures, however, unseasonably warm and actually record challenging in one part of the extended forecast. We'll get to that in a minute. Also, we're still watching for that potential tropical development in the Pacific and its impacts on our rain chances. I've got an update with that. All right, take a look outside. We've got some of those low puffy clouds and even some high thin clouds, and yeah, a few wasps flying around in front of that camera as well. 82 degrees outside right now, dew point is 67, and so the humidity's there, the mugginess is up. We talked about that. Here's a different vantage point, if you will, of our clouds, the view from space, and it indicates those puffy clouds closer to the ground. Up above them, some of these high clouds streaming in from the west. So good layered clouds out there again. And just like yesterday, thunderstorms over Mexico, blowing off some high clouds headed into Del Rio and basically right along Highway 90 and even parts of Maverick County and Eagle Pass. The main activity, though, has been in far west Texas, Alpine, Marfa, the 06 Ranch, getting a little bit of rain out there today. And parts of west Texas there getting some shower activity, even some severe thunderstorms associated with this action. We're expecting all that to stay out of our area. We had some sprinkles along I-10 and even in northern Valverde County earlier today, but that's all moved out. We'll just get some of the leftover cloud cover from that streaming overhead. Here's a big picture and what stands out. That beautiful pinwheel, that beautiful swirl over the Pacific. A lot of precipitation and moisture associated with it, just a gorgeous upper level low, and that's coming onshore, feeding some moisture into the western U.S. where they really need the moisture. They need the rainfall, they need the high elevation snow. This is the latest drought monitor, of course, updated every Thursday. Seattle doesn't necessarily need the moisture, but elsewhere, we really need it throughout the western United States. And around here, we could use a little bit more. We've fallen deeper into drought across the state as a whole. Now 19% of Texas considered in drought. In our area, it's particularly south and west of town, particularly Eagle Pass to Carrizo Springs and then near Cotulla. That's where we have the drought conditions, and then unusually dry, I should say, elsewhere south of San Antonio in that bright yellow area. So our rain chances we were talking about yesterday, bit of a wild card in the Pacific. That's this cluster of thunderstorms slowly organizing and coming together. This is likely to become the next tropical cyclone, tropical storm, maybe even a hurricane. And in the days ahead, then move its way into and over Mexico with the remnants potentially moving into Texas. I do anticipate some of that upper moisture to get here. I just don't expect it to really get turned into much. So this weekend, we've got a 10% chance, a few rogue showers possible throughout the weekend. By the middle of next week, Wednesday morning, some of that moisture will be here along with the cold front, and it could squeeze out a few showers. But don't get your hopes up in terms of any of that good tropical moisture actually making it here and giving us good rain. So 82 now, dew point is 67, easterly wind at 7. Temperatures for the most part, 80s. 82 Kerrville, 81 though Canyon Lake, 89 Stinson, so nearing 90 in spots, and you get to Cotulla, Carrizo Springs, the typically warmer spots, 91 degrees right now. Temperatures gradually falling through the 70s this evening, mid-60s tomorrow morning. Some areas of fog again, some patchy fog to start the day tomorrow, and that's going to be the rule all the way through Tuesday. So every morning we're going to have some patchy fog and some low clouds, and then mid-80s again for the high temperature. Not much of a breeze tomorrow. I think we'll be right up to 90 degrees, if not Sunday, Monday. And Monday, the record high is 91. So we'll have some record challenging warmth there and then lower humidity by the middle of next week.
All right, Adam, thank you.
I appreciate that. And now from weather to sports, and the Spurs, the big first win, right?
They had a great first win. You're exactly right. And UTSA is the big news today because they're moving on up to a different conference. When we come back, what is the motivation behind this move? We will let you know. And our San Antonio Spurs gold in their season opener coming up. As we reported to you early this week, confirmed today, UTSA is one of 6 schools that are jumping from Conference USA to the American Athletic Conference, including Rice and North Texas. That announcement made this morning on a Zoom call, then later at a press conference at UTSA this afternoon. This comes on the heels of the Roadrunners football team making school history by starting their season undefeated at 7-0 and nationally ranked for the first time at number 24 in the AP poll, number 25 in the coaches poll. This move will help replace the loss of such teams in the AAC as Houston, Cincinnati, and Central Florida, who've accepted an invitation to join the Big 12 when Texas and Oklahoma shift to the SEC. The timing of the move has not been announced, but speculation is 2023. A larger share of TV revenue is one of the main reasons why.
To step up, there's no doubt, of the commitment level, and due to the success we've had, our players are what put us in this position. Our players have been fantastic since December 2019, and they continue to be fantastic. So we're going to have to help get those guys what they need to do, because we're going to play Memphis and those kind of guys every week now, not just occasionally.
All right, here are the teams that follow UTSA, including, as we said, North Texas and Rice, University of Alabama, Birmingham, Charlotte, and Florida Atlantic. Our San Antonio Spurs got their 2021-2022 season off on the right foot last night with a blowout opening night victory over the Orlando Magic. Devin Vassell, who's starting his second season with the Spurs, led the balanced attack with a career-high 19 points. Right behind him off the bench is Lonnie Walker IV, 17 points, included 3 3-pointers. Every starter was in double figures, including Doug McDermott, who had 12 in his first ever start in silver and black. The Spurs broke the game open when Devin hit this baseline 3 at the buzzer to end the third on a 20-5 run. Got it. Take the 123-97 victory.
I put in a lot of work over this offseason, and I know that the coaches and my teammates have a lot of faith in me. So I know this year is going to be a big year, not only for me, though, but for the team.
It was a lot of fun. I mean, get out, run, make a play for yourself or a teammate. Crowds into it. It was a lot of fun out there, and I think we all enjoyed playing with each other.
All right, first road trip to Denver tomorrow at 8 o'clock. The Houston Astros are now 1 win away from heading to the World Series after taking a 3-2 lead in the American League Championship Series with a 9-1 victory over the Red Sox in Boston. The Astros blew it open with a 5-run 6th inning that included Yordan Alvarez's 2-run double. It's after he got the Astros going with a solo shot in the second. Game 6 is tomorrow night in Houston. Go Astros.
You know, Greg, watching game 2 and 3 was rough, but as an Astros fan,
they're back.
You're 4 and 5.
Yeah,
I made that comeback, but I will say I was so nervous every batter that went up.
Now you got to get it done.
Exactly. Well,
we'll be right back.
Areas of fog tomorrow morning, so plan for that with your morning commute. 65 to start the day, mid-80s by the afternoon, not much of a breeze out there. As for rain chances, we're looking at 10% Saturday, Sunday, but fog pretty much every morning all the way through Tuesday until that next cool front hits middle of next week.
Thank you, Adam, and thank you for watching the News at 5 with us.
World News is next.